Hello and welcome back to Boss Radio. Today's episode, we'll be sitting down with Waynella, a talented artist out of Broward County, Florida. Now, we all made some bad choices in our lives, and the results put us in bad situations. Untitled romances, flings, and just overall bad relationships. But how many of us grow from that? The title of this episode is called Now That's What I'll Call Growth. Find out why next on Boss Radio.
Way too paralyzed to see the end go. Don't ask me if I'm fine or sad, I'm hollow. 'Cause every sunny day it's got an end road. And I don't know how I'm gon' cope. Disappointed, but I'm not surprised. I chuckle as the tears are falling from my eyes. But every now and then I know you hit me up the top. In the back of your news today. Baby, what do you see today? Tell your mama it hurts my heart. Cause I couldn't be a man. You told me once, don't gotta tell me twice. You only stabbed my back because I closed my eyes. I would've seen it coming if I wasn't blinded. Always took your side. Daddy told me, girl, protect your heart. Since you've been around, I've gotten all these scars. Don't let you hit me up the way your world is dark. Meet me at your car in the back of your news today. Baby, what do you see today? Tell your mama it hurts my heart. That is I couldn't be a
I'm like extremely excited to talk to you because I've been taking like a real deep dive into your music. Especially like specifically the last three songs you dropped. Uh well, there was one back in 2022, I think, or maybe 2021. Hate It Here, Sedan, and your newest one, Selfish. Okay, so I have this first, before we get started, I'm gonna let's talk about your background first. Like, how did you get into music?
It's actually so funny. Honestly, I guess the roots of my love of music kind of started with my dad just playing reggae in the kitchen while he was cooking. Um, it kind of started there, just listening to the music, and then when I started going to school when I was younger, um, I had a music teacher who I sang for just out of the blue, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, you're kind of like good." And since then, my I've been she's been entering me in competitions, kind of like Beyonce. She would like enter me in competitions, and um my mom, she would enter me in competitions as well. I would do pageants and just, kind of explore world of music, performing, singing, creating. That's kind of just how I got my start. Yeah.
That's just, so was are you the only musician or artist in your family?
No, actually, my brother, he is a great musician. I think he plays every single instrument. He actually produced Hate It Here and Selfish.
God,
Yeah.
can we give him a? Because I was like, look, that's one of my questions. I was like, because on Hated Here, like the picture on the cover is you sitting at a computer. So I thought that you actually you actually made the beat, and of course, of course you recorded it. But I was just wanted I wanted to know like who actually like produced that, and it was your brother, man. That's I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to get his Instagram because he's good. That's good. So
Yeah, he's great.
so you said it's you and your brother. That's it, or is it any more people?
Mhm.
Okay.
Um, uh, no, no, everyone else is just are just enthusiasts, but me and my brother, we actually like,
Mhm.
make it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, do you have any musical influences? Like
I have so many. Oh my goodness. as it relates to my music now, Lauryn Hill is a big influence of mine. I always say Jill Scott. Fun fact, I took my first steps to Jill Scott's song A Long Walk.
Oh, that's
Is that
hard.
what it's called? Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, I took my first step to that song. I really also enjoy um I guess people now, Ari Lennox. I really enjoy her music. I really enjoy Smino. Smino is I went to his concert 2 days ago. It was just so good. I really like Smino. Yeah, those are my people.
Okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. So how I can honestly I can hear a little bit of all those people in your music, specifically specific shit, how you say it? Specifically Ari Lennox, just as far as like the especially in the newest song, Selfish, just kind of like the the quirky, the like mixed with like soulful like vibe it gave me, at least it's what it gave me. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But like just like that type of feel it gave me, just it really hit. Like I really like it. So I definitely we're gonna talk about it because I'm trying to hold off because I got like a whole like summary as far as like how
Of course.
yeah.
I appreciate that though.
So yeah. Um, what is something when when people listen to your music, what is something you want them to, walk away with?
You know what? I just want people to get the same vibes that I get from all of those people that I just named. And that being, I just want people to listen to my music and think like, damn, like that studio session, I know it was fun. Like I know they had a good time making that song. That's just what I just want to always just convey great vibes and great energy and for people to feel amazing after listening to my music, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Listen to your music, definitely. I definitely get those vibes. Like you're having a good time. It doesn't feel like something you are forced to do. And those are the best times and the best ways to make music when it's not forced.
Yes, mission accomplished. Yay.
Okay. So let's go into your thought process and your creative process as far as when you're making your music.
Mm-hmm.
So like how do you how important is like just let's talk about like beat selection. Like how do you know like off rip like when you're in the studio somebody the producer asks you, okay, what are you feeling today? Like how do you automatically, or is it just a vibe, or is it just a rhythm? Y'all kind of just play beats and then see what sticks.
Um, well, for one, I don't go to the studio a lot because I feel like being in that space, just from past experiences, I don't feel 100% as inspired as I do when I'm alone.
Okay.
So I kind of home studio it for now. And when I am looking for beats, if within the first 10 seconds or 3 seconds, I don't automatically start freestyling, then it's just not gonna work. I never wanted to feel forced, kind of going back to what you just asked me. I never wanted to feel forced. I just want to have a good time writing my music. You know what I mean? So if I'm not feeling it within the first 10 seconds, it's not for me. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I held off long enough. So, is there an album coming? Cause like I ain't gonna lie, we need that.
I get the album question so much. Oh my goodness. Is there an album coming? I don't have a date. I do have a season.
Yes.
I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to push for summer. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Summer don't end till what? September, so
Yeah.
so
Yeah, right?
so all right. So this is probably my favorite part right here. All right, so these three songs, like I stated earlier, Hate It Here, Sedan, and Selfish. Um I'm all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. For me, like listening to these songs, just how kind of like they're like how they're kind of like in a way like showing like growth and showing like just the authenticity and honesty, like not only with yourself but also with the guy that you're dealing with or the person you're dealing with. Just like it's how what I take from Sedan and like Hate It Here, it's kind of like, you know, you learned your lesson, you know, like you wish you could have, you know, you're in it, but then you realize like, damn, I made the wrong decision. But you're not necessarily like, you know, bashing your partner. You're mostly just saying like, man, I wish I could have, like you said on Hate It Here, you wish a symbol or some type of sign would have told you like, damn, to handle this person with care because, you know, they wilding or like things are not, you know, matching up. Things are not clicking between you 2 And
Mhm.
and then like, you know, just the whole honest and like raw, like just revealing that you're human inside these songs instead of just like, you know, how some songs are, it's like always blaming it on the other person. But it's very rare you get songs where it's like, you know, you can question yourself at the same time while still questioning somebody else's intention as to why you did things. And like even I forgot what song it was out of the three, but you were saying something like you was trying to see what the hype was about with one of the first, like one of the people you're dealing with. So I was like, oh wow. I was like, okay, that's cool. I understand that. So it was like, okay. And it's like just understanding that you had like a lapse in judgment when you was dealing with these people. It just really like humanizes like the music and then the situation as well. It's like letting people know like it's okay to make mistakes. Not everything is gonna you know, work out as much as you try, as much as you want to. But that's like for those two, like Sedan and Haiti here, those are kind of I have that title like lesson learned, not going down that road again. But then as you look at, you know, those two songs and then how you just dropped Selfish this last week, like you can hear it's a totally different like person. It's like, you know, it's showing like the growth, it's showing the confidence. Like even when you said like you can't help it, you magnetic. And it's like, you know, you can't help who you is, you know, you can't help who you attract. And like, you're just showing your growth and like the confidence from where you were with those last two songs and then the new song. I just have it labeled as like circle, like it's just like major growth. And like I really, really like noticed that with listening to those three songs and like the way you're able to, you know, stack it up and it all kind of comes back together. That's pretty cool. So I was asking like, is the album coming? Because like I'm excited to see what you do with the album, or excited to see what you do with your next song and see if it has any correlation with the last three.
You know what? I when I wrote Haiti here, I kind of I was in a really tough space, obviously, but like I kind of like just imagined myself sitting at a table with myself
Mhm.
and my counterpart, and it kind of just starts off like me speaking to myself. You know, like you said, I wanted to see what the hype was about that person. I didn't. see what the hype was about, and I ended up hurting myself. And that's I just always wanted to want to be raw and as personable as possible with my lyrics, like and real, and that's really just what I was feeling at the time. Same with Sedan, like when you have strict Caribbean parents, you can't always like be at each other's house all the time. You know what I mean? So we would always just chill in the car, and so that was our thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I just wanted to convey the message of I don't know that I guess the sticky situation between breakup and moving on, because there is always that period of time in between those two events where you still see each other, you still want to hang out with each other but not put labels on it. And I guess with Selfish, I mean, in between me releasing Sedan and Selfish, like you said, there was a lot of growth, and
I have the date.
That's really what it was. Like,
I
huh?
have the dates written down, like the dates of the release. I'm like, damn, this is some good growth because it's like from March to August,
Right.
and then you go from August to February. It's a totally different person. So it's like you really stepped into the new year with a bang for real. So it was like it was nice.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to
Yeah, like I don't want to.
No,
You were saying?
I was saying no. Go ahead. It could, I can ask you after. Go ahead.
Yeah, I felt like I don't know. Everybody deserves a chance to like talk their shit. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk my shit a little bit too. I was in a space where I felt 100% comfortable doing that, and Selfish was born.
So how important is it for artists to always show their authenticity and just rawness, like especially with their audience?
I feel like wow, I was thinking about this today. I feel like that uh that authenticity and like just rawness is a little bit lost these days. So if there's one thing that I want to offer to my audience, it's definitely that personable, you know, that personable how you feel atmosphere. You know what I mean? I want them to feel my music and feel me at the same time. And so I feel like authenticity is it's 50-50, honestly, because sometimes you just want to vibe out. It's not that serious to like, speak about certain things all the time. And, you know, it's 50-50 for me, authenticity in music.
So I took a dive into your Instagram. How often do let me explain like how I found you. So I do like a major deep dive like every artist that like I find. I make sure like like of course the music is good, music is fire. Definitely want to make sure if they're like somebody that's good but don't have a lot of followers or don't have a lot of people like that don't know about them. I make sure like with the post, like I make sure like people know who these people are. I actually found you like just scrolling through the internet, and there was a performance. There was a performance that I had seen you do. I forgot where it was. Not actually seen you do like physically, but like on Instagram, and I really like what I was hearing. So I was like, let me just check the music out. And when I heard Sedan, bro, like, I was just like, bro, like, what am I hearing? It was like honestly, like, it was a breath of fresh air as far as just like hearing something new as far as R&B music, because I'm gonna keep it honest with you. A lot of people are saying the same thing. A lot of people are not really like being creative with it anymore, or not honestly like just giving everything is kind of like the same thing, or he didn't do this or she didn't do that. There's never been a time where the singer has actually came out and said, yo, I have fucked up. Hey, he fucked me over too, but we are moving together. Like we're moving on together. It's like that's fresh, it's new, and it's just like just kind of how Sedan was put together was just very nice, and it was like it made me relax and made people like. And when I played it for my friends, they was like, "Bro, this is fire!" Like and like I had to double check to make sure like you wasn't like an out of town artist or like somebody who I followed before because no, I'm serious. Like it just like it felt different from what I was hearing, and I do a lot of searching for music and artists because we do a lot of shows, we do a lot of things to where it gives people, specifically Black people, opportunity to come out and perform. And it doesn't matter if you have a name, it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 followers, 1 follower. If you're good, we're gonna find you, and we're gonna definitely try to sit down and talk to you. So I just like I don't know, man. I just had to like do something real quick because I was like, you only got like your follower count was like, man, I'm like, damn, but she should have so much more. And I was just like, so that's just kind of like that was a story of how like I was able to, figure out who you were because it was good. Like,
Yeah.
it was a lot of performance, and it was like I was like, damn, like I wonder how this would sound with the song. So I clicked the thing, and it was like, damn, it's even better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, um, what is your dream collaboration like? It can be someone local, it can be someone, already famous. Who was your dream collab?
I have so many. Oh my goodness. In terms of production, probably uh Monte Booker, because Monty Booker, he produces for Smino. And I I really enjoy the authenticity of his music. Like I said, I really want people to listen to my music and feel like, wow, they had a great time in the studio. And I feel like every time I listen to his stuff, I feel that same energy. And so and he has like these videos on YouTube where he shows like his production process, and it just looks so fun, just so positive. I just really enjoy his work and his artistry. So I would love to work with him. I feel like it would be a great opportunity to also work with Jill Scott, and Ari Lennox, of course. I love her. That's my girl. Yeah. Anyone local? Oh my goodness. I've been looking at this girl. Her name is Dina Dene or something like that. Ooh. Ooh. Just everything she does is just magic, gold just sprinkled on it. Like I need to work with her. She's amazing. Yeah.
So okay, I wouldn't say I'm familiar with Monte Booker, but I know who he is. Like I just haven't tapped into his music catalog, but I definitely know who Smino is. Of course, Jill Scott, of course, Ari. And then you said her name was Dina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, what about? Because like I don't know. Now that you say you thinking about summer as far as your album, I kind of want to dive a little bit more deep into what can we expect, or if you're not ready, then we can stop. We can stop. But
What can we expect?
I know what we can expect. Don't get me wrong. I know what we can expect. Let me not say that, but I'm saying, but like, what should we be looking forward to? That's the same thing.
Hmm. A storyline. I feel like one thing that albums are missing these days are the story aspect. These days, I don't know, maybe it's just the music that I'm listening to, but when I listen to a body of work, I feel like there isn't a story being told anymore. And that I feel like that's what made albums so fun. And I just enjoy listening to an album from top to bottom and walking through these experiences with the artist. And so that's definitely something that you can experience listening to my album EP.
So in the time
Yeah.
in the time from now until summertime, can we expect another song or
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say 'cause
And
you gonna make us wait from February to summer. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
nah, yeah, definitely another, probably two songs. I have some great projects coming up soon.
Okay.
Um Actually, definitely two songs because, we have to speak things into existence, but definitely two songs. I have an amazing project coming up soon. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like promote it yet, but it's fun.
Okay.
And then I have another single coming out very soon called Perfect Timing. It's just it's my favorite song. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Um.
Mhm.
Okay. So of course you make music that people can relate to, but how important is it for an artist to have that connection with their listeners? How important is that to build a fan base or audience?
I feel like that is so important. Like I feel like apart from the music,
Hmm.
in some cases, in some very lucky and blessed cases, artists are able to just go out and sell out a concert just based on people loving their music. But I feel like longevity doesn't exist until your audience knows you on a personal level to an extent.
Hmm.
And one thing that I cherish is longevity and like, loyalty. And people can't be loyal to someone they don't know. You know?
Yeah, very true.
Mm-hmm.
But also, how important is it, when you're making these type of songs? Like, how important is it for women like, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to explain this question. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but I'm gonna try to word it to where you may still understand what I'm trying to say. Um, so being, like making these music of vulnerability, how important is it? Like, are you making it for yourself? Of course, you are making it for yourself, but also for women as well to like, to letting them know. Is it also like, because that's what I feel like, I feel like this is also for when you're listening to your music, it's definitely for women to relate to this and let them know that they're not alone as far as they're, you know, in their pursuit and search of finding love or finding that right partner.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, I make music for myself,
Hmm.
but I release it in hopes that it can help someone else. That's all I can do, honestly, because I honestly at the beginning of my journey of creating music,
Hmm.
I did create music in with the goal of relating to someone else, but my music didn't start to become good until I just put all of that on the back burner and started creating music that was my therapy. Yeah.
I'm glad we got a chance to sit down and talk because I really wanted to pick your brain as far as like just getting like the synopsis behind these different songs because they're really good. And just want to tell you that not in person but visually, but virtually.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this is good. So I really thank you for your time. Do you have like any last remarks?
Um, any last remarks? I feel like a lot of people need to hear this right now.
Mhm.
If there's anything that you want to do, literally just do it. I know like there's so many there's if you have any friends or like any any blocks in your way, I promise you a week from now they will not matter to you. Just do it now. Now, right now. Go do it now. I guess that's all I have to say.
Okay, cool.
Baby, if I bear it all tonight, please don't let me out. Know you like like that Gucci on my scent, you tryna wear me out. Couldn't even fake it if you wanted to, impossible. Watching you try, though it's so comical. My pheromones phenomenal. Is it my paper, chasing words so ethical? Is it the way I say this shit so sensual? Something about my cadence got you dripping off me. Got you dripping on me. I can't help it. I'm magnetic. Body is no, I can't help it. So if you're selfish, I get it. I can't help it. I'm magnetic. Body is no, I can't help it. So if you're selfish, I get it. Get it. Love calling me never, the money calling me to be on a follow nigga radar. He tryna see me on Tuesday. If he fit into my schedule, if I'm not busy, I'll do it. If you want the full capacity, gotta make it exclusive. I can't hold hands, I can't forget it, baby. You said we was just friends. Still love or friends, baby, you gotta relate. I can't help it. I'm magnetic, my body is no, I can't help it. So if you're selfish, I get it, I can't help it, yeah. I'm magnetic, my body is no, I can't help it, yeah. If you're selfish, I get it.
Like the music you heard? The songs played on today's episode are Sedan and Selfish by Waynella, streaming now on all platforms.